To get a job.
To get a job? What does the word lad mean in this story?
I don't know.
What do you think Patty did after he lost his job with the Pony Express?
Went to go get another one.
He went to get another job, okay. In what state is Sacramento?
California.
California, good. Okay. On this part, on the listening capacity test, we keep going until the student's comprehension drops below, his listening comprehension drops below 70%. You'll see that on your copy that all of the questions were supposed to have been answered correctly. One of the questions, Deon didn't answer correctly, and again, this is what happens. But we're calling that 100% because that's the way you have it. Rosa Parks played a very important part in the civil rights movement. What can you tell me about Rosa Parks or the civil rights movement?
She got off of work, then she went on the bus and she sat in the front, but she was supposed to sit in the back.
Okay, good. This story is called Tired of Giving In. Now you listen while I read. It was warm that December afternoon in Montgomery, Alabama. Rosa Parks was waiting for her city bus. She was tired from a long day of work sewing. When her bus came, Rosa took an empty seat in the colored section. In 1955, blacks could not sit in the front of the bus. However, they had to give up their seats in the middle to any white person left standing. Soon the front of the bus filled up. The white driver ordered Rosa to give up her seat to a white man. She didn't move. The driver called the police. Rosa was arrested. Almost all of Montgomery's blacks and some whites staged a year-long boycott of the bus system to protest Rosa's arrest. The boycott was led by Martin Luther King Jr. It ended when the Supreme Court ruled all bus segregation illegal. Years later, Rosa Parks said, "I didn't give up my seat because I was tired. The only tired I was tired of giving in." Why was Rosa Parks arrested?
Because she didn't want to give up her seat.
What does the word illegal mean?
Against the law.
Against the law. Who led the boycott of the bus system?
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King. What do you think Rosa Parks meant when she said, "I was tired of giving in"?
I don't know.
Where do you think Rosa was going when she got on the bus?
Home.
Probably going home. Okay, good. You'll notice that Deon answered 4 of the 5 questions correctly. He was at 80%. So we go on to the next story. This next story, Deon, is called Pirates. What do you know about pirates?
They used to rob ships.
Used to rob ships? Okay, good. Listen while I read. Pirates were a people who attacked and robbed ships. They raided towns like Charleston, South Carolina. Most people who became pirates hoped to get rich. Most pirates were men. A few women became pirates too. Movies have given us the idea that pirates led exciting lives. In real life, however, most pirates led miserable lives. Many pirates died of wounds or disease. Many were captured and hanged. In the early 1700s, South Carolina was a colony. Pirates sailed along the coast. They robbed ships sailing to or from Charleston. There were so many pirates around Charleston that few ships were safe. One of these pirates was Stede Bonnet. Bonnet sailed with another pirate named Blackbeard. Bonnet was very mean. He was the first pirate to make people walk the plank. William Rhett set out to capture Bonnet. He did, and took Bonnet and his crew to Charleston. All of Bonnet's crew were hanged. Just before Bonnet was to be hanged, a friend took him some women's clothes. Dressed as a woman, Bonnet was able to escape. Rhett went after him again. Bonnet was brought back to Charleston and hanged. Pirates are gone now, but their stories live on. How did Bonnet escape from jail?
Dressed up like a woman.
What happened to Bonnet?
He escaped. He went to jail. He escaped.
Why do you think some women became pirates?
So they could get rich.
What does the word coast mean in this story?
I don't know.
What do you think walk the plank means?
I don't know.
Okay. Because Deon has dropped to a 40% level, this part of the testing and the entire testing is now terminated. If you turn over back to page 20 where the Form A pretest inventory record is, let's take a look how we filled this out. On the box on the left, Part 1 word lists at the pre-Prima level, see I've put in 100%. For Prima he was 90%, first grade 80%, second grade 70%. I've checked off some of the errors that he made both in word recognition, both in Part 1 and in context on Part 2. On Part 2, he was independent in word recognition at the pre-Prima level, independent in comprehension. At the Prima level, he was instructional in word recognition, independent in comprehension. At the first grade level, instructional in word recognition, independent in comprehension. At the second grade level, he frustrated in word recognition, but remained independent in comprehension. This part of the testing is stopped because we have reached frustration in either word recognition and or comprehension. So I made the decision to go to the listening capacity level to further check on comprehension. At the third grade level, he was 100%. At the fourth grade level, he was 80%. At the fifth grade level, he was 40%, and we stopped. So if we look at the levels in the box below, he is independent at the pre-Prima level. What this tells the teacher is that any material that Deon would be expected to read by himself should be at this independent level, this pre-Prima level. His instructional level is Prima first grade. Any instruction that Deon will receive in terms of the phonetic instructional analysis skills should be at a Prima first grade level. He is frustration at the second grade level, and only for the purposes of diagnosis should he be asked to read material at this level. Otherwise, it would be too difficult for him. His listening capacity level was fourth grade level. His understanding is still good at a fourth grade level. Deon is what we call a word caller, a context reader. He has inadequate decoding skills. However, his comprehension skills are very good. The distance between his instructional level and his listening capacity level is the effect or the distance that he is retarded in reading. If we would be able to remediate the phonetic instruction analysis skills, he can already understand material at a fourth grade level. If you take, for example, the word cartoons, Deon could not pronounce the word cartoons. However, he did not recognize it when he saw it in print. However, when I pronounced the word cartoons for him, he was able to understand the meaning. He could understand the meaning, but it's a word that he does not recognize because he cannot get it from print back into oral language again.